You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Well, how are you? Come on in here, man. It's Tuesday morning. I think I did survive the great freeze in Florida, although it's not over yet. It's going to be in freezing temperatures, like in the 20s for like a week. It's crazy. But you know, for entertainment purposes only, you should see how Floridians dress when it gets cold. It's pretty laughable.
I need a boost. I need a daily boost. I need a boost. I need a daily boost.
It is the Daily Boost. Yes, when it gets cold, about 65 degrees, the ladies pull their Uggs out. That's what they call them, right? Those boots. Yeah, they pull them out. They're furry boots, right? That's what they call it. The kids here do not know how to dress when it's cold. They have like multiple T-shirts, and what is it cold for? This is stupid. But the funnest thing is the people who move down from New York. You know, they sell their houses and they get rid of all their cold weather clothing, and they come to Florida and say, I'm never going to just flip flops and flowery shirts for me forever. And then it gets cold, and we're like, yeah, I just sold another T-shirt. That's what they wear. They wear their Mickey Mouse T-shirts because that's all they got these days. Hey, Sweet Scott, good to have you. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for all the connection I'm getting on Instagram these days. Hey, Scott Smith on Instagram. I will get back with you. We'll have a nice conversation. And if you're not a social media person, you can always email me at scott@dailyboostpodcast.com. It comes right to me, my phone, my desk. I will get back to you. Sometimes not right away, but I will get back to you in both cases. I had somebody thank me the other day for not being on social media, or not, well, I'm kind of on social media, but for providing a way for them not to be on social media. You can send me a letter too if you want to. Say that'll work. All right, so today we're going to dig into something that This is a very Scott topic, and I'm recording the podcast daily now. I recorded them actually probably within 24 hours of releasing them. In fact, a little less than that, maybe 12 or 13 hours. I'm really enjoying it because I get a lot of feedback from you, and I get to kind of go on a stream of consciousness. I get to run into things I'm thinking about and bring them to you, and that's where the energy's coming from these days because I'm just kind of digging in and having some fun with it. And this is very, very, very me. This is labeling. Boy, do I understand labels. And I have labeling conversations every single day with my clients because we're in kind of a strange time right now about labeling. What do you call yourself? What do people think about you, right? What's your label? And in the day and age that we're living in right now, it's gotten so confusing. So this is a daily conversation for me. So we're going to talk about that today because here's the deal. If you don't label yourself, if you don't tell the world who you are and what you do and what you're all about, they're going to do it for you. And whatever they do it's going to be outdated. Especially me. I mean, I could have changed 5 minutes ago. It could be incomplete. Probably. It could be just wildly wrong. So labeling is one of those things that a lot of people don't think about until they recognize they're not getting what they want or they're being misread all the time. And if you're in business and you're not labeling properly, you are just going to go out of business. That's all there is to it because people don't know what to buy from you. Let me ask you a question. What's the world's most popular name for a Chinese restaurant? Chinese. Sometimes Chinese food. If somebody does Taekwondo, do they call it Taekwondo? Not usually. What do they call it? Karate. I say it because I watch the karate shows and the karate. Do they call it the Sun Valley Bowling Alley? No, they call it bowling. You want a haircut? What do they call it? Haircuts. Keep it simple. Simple label on it, right? It's orientation. That's all it is. Now, humans and markets, consumer markets, business markets, AI systems, they all require, we talked about this last week, clear signals. So people can understand who you are, what you do, how to place that in context. Humans need that. Years ago, when I first got out of high school and I decided to go into radio, I just wanted to be on the radio. I don't think I thought too far beyond that. I used to listen to the big radio stations on AM radio all over the country, and I was just really infatuated by radio. I didn't care about being on the radio. I just wanted to be in that room talking to everybody. I didn't care about, playing the music. That didn't bother me at all. I didn't get excited about that. But once I got into radio, I realized there's kind of a hierarchy to radio. And people need to know how to hire me. They need to know what I did. And certainly as I got in as a career, program director would call me and say, so what do you do? I would say, well, you got a shift available, and it would be overnights and I wouldn't want to do it or something like that. Eventually I realized that the big dog at the radio stations were morning shows. They made the most money, had the most amount of t-shirts, usually had the best car as well. It wasn't that good, but it's pretty good. They got the status. They had to get up early, yes, but they were the big dogs. And that's still the way it is today. So I started being a morning guy. And I got known for that in the industry. That, what do you do? I do mornings. Well, we have an afternoon job. You want it? Nope, I do mornings. And I would give up jobs and wait for the morning job because it's what I did. I made more money. A happier guy. Got to do my kind of thing. And then later on, I changed that, by the way. I became a phone guy. I was the guy you'd hear in the afternoons and the evenings, having a lot of fun, very upbeat, imagine that, and talking to people on the phone and usually making you laugh. That's what I did. So I shifted over to phone guy, changed my label. It changed everything about what I did on the radio. Labels are everything. So humans need this. Why? Because the brain is a pattern recognition, kind of a categorization machine. And I think cognitive science calls this a schema. Mental shortcuts. They help us quickly understand people and situations around us. If information is missing, and I got to tell you guys, you're missing almost all the information in the world. All these people you cross paths with every single day, you have no idea what's going on in their world. So labels help you kind of fill in the gaps. Filling in is not neutral. It's based on past experience, bias, convenience. You need it. So a lot of people say, well, listen, ambiguity is kind of cool, man. If nobody knows who I am, I'm just going to mess with them a little bit. That creates curiosity. No, it doesn't. It creates assumptions. It creates problems. You'll end up doing a job or hanging out with people you don't want to hang out with or getting your car fixed at a place you shouldn't be because of assumptions. And I will flat out agree with you right now that, man, sometimes it's fun to be ambiguous and just mess with people, isn't it? But more often than not, you're going to end up doing something you don't want to do unless you got lucky. So be careful. Put a label on yourself and stand your ground on that one. And let me stop for a second and tell you this. I work with a lot of people every single day, except Monday and Friday. But every other day I work with people. Well, except Saturday and Sunday. But other days I work with people. And the hardest thing we do is labeling, is understanding what they do, who they are, how they communicate that, how people see them. And if you're in business, it's even harder. If you're selling a product, it exponentially goes up. It's harder to do. So this is not an easy thing to do, but you got to have a label.
4th of July savings are happening now at the Home Depot with select appliances starting at $398. Plus, get free delivery on appliance purchases of $398 or more, no membership required. Upgrade your kitchen with a modern and sleek GE Profile refrigerator featuring hands-free autofill for the perfect pour every time. And make laundry day easier with 2-in-1 washer-dryer combo innovation that completes laundry in about 90 minutes. Shop top brand appliances now at the Home Depot. Offer valid June 17th to July 8th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
People classify themselves into groups. Your status, your trust, your relevance, all that stuff. Are you in a book club? Do you play pickleball? I don't play pickleball yet. I'm not old enough yet. What, Scott? You're not old enough yet? No, not yet. Because the rule is The old guy always wins in pickleball. I don't know if it's an official rule, but it's legendary. People say it's the myth maybe, but it's true enough for me. So since I don't take second place ever, I only win. I'll simply wait till I'm old enough to win automatically because I'm the old guy. Not there yet. Is this person for me? Is this person against me? Is this useful? Is this irrelevant? What is it? If you don't have a clear label, you're hard to remember, hard to refer, hard to trust. In business, if you don't clearly label who you are and what you do, you're out of business. You won't last long. And some of you are going out of business right now, aren't you? Happens. How about self-labeling? You can do this. Self-labeling shapes behavior. Sometimes you put a label on yourself, an identity, fake it till you make it. Yeah, maybe. But that can shape your whole identity. You just decide who you're going to be and walk with that kind of swagger. When I do church audio, I walk in and I actually put a black shirt on. I play the production. Nobody else wears black shirts. I play the production. I disappear into the background. I don't do it for them. I do it because in my view, okay, I'm playing the production role. So let's dress like a production guy. I put the uniform on. I'm trying to exercise, some people say. They go from that to, I'm a runner. One to the other. I help people sometimes. I'm a coach. Years ago, I came up with a concept I tried on some people. I called it transitional identities. I use it every single day now. I recognize something. A woman, and this is where it started, would come to me and say, Scott, I want to lose weight. And they have a picture of themselves when they were 18 and really, really thin before they had 4 kids. Just saying, all right? And they wanted to get back to that. And I'm like, okay, maybe we can, but it's going to be a long ride. The thing is, you don't believe it yourself because you're not there. So you lose the motivation. So what I would do is I would say, well, let's fake a label and put it in the middle. We'll call it a transitional identity that you were on your way. Like I said, I'm trying to exercise. That's better than not exercising. Behavior anchors is what we call these things. Now, let me dig deep here for a little bit for you, if that's okay. This is where my interest really is these days. Not that everything else wasn't interesting. It is, but I had to talk for 9 minutes to get here. AI in context. So a long time ago, way back in probably 25 years ago, I had a database, a CRM, I guess they call them these days. And I would sit at my desk and I had my film and television production company. Did radio stuff as well, a lot of voiceover work, but companies would hire me to make stuff for them. And I would hire people to help me make them. Cameramen, audio people, gaffers, lighting, the whole thing. And they would go into the book or online, get my name, call me up and say, hey man, could you put me in your database? And so you can call me if you have a project. I say, sure, I love that. I need help all the time. I'm booking crews of 4 to maybe 15, 16 people at the very most at the time. I would say, what do you do? And here's the answer I hated. Oh man, a little bit of everything, actually. Yeah, duh, because typically to be a master of one thing, you probably have done everything to get there. So I know you do a little bit of everything. And if something broke, you could probably fix it, right? But what do you do? Because I want to know how to categorize you. I need a label. Well, I guess, and we talk a little bit. I say, well, what do you really want to do? Because ultimately, I'm going to call you for what you really want to do because that's what you told me you do. So what do you want to do? And then they would get the dream job, usually cinematographer, lighting director, something like that. I put them in my system. Boom, it worked. Easy for me. I need a lighting director. I just go to my database and pull that lighting director out. So a few years later, we get fancy. And I think the first time I saw this happen was Evernote. Evernote shows up, your other brain, I think they called it. And they had this thing called tags. Now, a lot of things use tags. A lot of systems use tags for a long time, but Evernote was really, really, really using them. And I quoted Dave Ramsey one day and I said, you know what? Tags are stupid. They are. They're just stupid. Tags are lazy. Actually, tags are a lot of work. It's lazy because you don't have to commit to anything. It's a lot of work because have you ever tried to maintain 10,000 tags? Yeah, am I preaching the choir yet or what? How many of you dumped Evernote because of the tags? Me, my hand's up right now. Not trashing Evernote, just saying tags. Here, see, we went from a rigid, flattened, very inaccurate way of describing people, just a one system, one label, right? Went from that to all the tags, and that created confusion and delusion and noise. Hang on, it gets worse. It kind of gets better, I mean, but it's worse too. It's AI right now, okay? AI is now at play. And there's something called context in AI these days, and that's where it's all going right now. And I'm seeing it a lot in the business owners that I work with that are buying ads on Facebook and LinkedIn and all over the internet. They're buying ads to build their business, and the ads aren't working anymore. So what would happen is they would do all these marketing things, marketing slogans, and all the stuff they thought would work. And we still do that. We have to have that stuff. But it's not working. You know why? Because the algorithm got smart. AI is smart. It said, well, listen, we're not going to listen to you because we know humans are liars. You guys are going to make stuff up just to get what you want. We're just going to go see what you're doing, see the walk you're walking, and we're just going to tell you what you are. Oh, that is AI right now. It's contextual understanding, okay? Meaning over metadata, basically. What's happening is it's looking into it and it's going, okay, this is who they really are. So imagine you, say you're playing around, right? You're trying to put a label on yourself, right? And yet you're on the internet, maybe. Maybe you're even sending emails. You guys that are on Gemini right now and on Google, get ready. We are the last generation that AI will know nothing about. It's going for context right now. Now, what is the silver lining to this? It sounds really confusing when I talk about labeling. So not one label, not a whole bunch of tags, but now it's context. Yes. You need to walk your label. To me, this is so freeing. This is so cool. See, if you don't label yourself, it's going to figure out what you are anyway, and it's going to amplify it across the internet. But if you just walk your talk, if you know your values, if you know what you stand for, if you know who you are, what you like to do, how you like to live your life, if you know all that stuff and you actually do that, everything picks up on it. It works really, really well. So all you really have to do is decide, well, who do I want to be? How do I want to roll? What's my style? And just go do it, and do it loudly and do it in front of everybody, and always do it that way. If you're an honest person, you can say you're honest, and you have to be honest every single day, and it's dynamite. But if you rob a bank every other Thursday, eventually you're going to get in the newspaper, and we're going to know about that. Yeah, it's a cool person, but they rob banks on Thursdays. I'm just not going to go out with them on Thursdays. I'll see them on Friday. That's kind of a silly way of thinking about it, but it's kind of true, right? So think about this labeling thing. First off, you do need to understand who you are and how you communicate. The more you understand exactly how to label yourself and how other people see you, the easier it is for you to walk that talk. Because I know you have something to grasp onto now. You're not guessing anymore. And yes, it is so hard to dial it in because you want all the flexibility of not having to dial it in. You want all the options. The options don't always work. And here's the thing that we just don't want to forget. It doesn't matter what you say, what you write down, how you label yourself at all. The world is very quickly picking up on what you're all about anyway. I get 5,000 podcasts out there. I could tell you whatever I want to tell you. Just go to ChatGPT. It'll tell you all about me. I may agree or disagree, but as a whole, it's kind of sums me up pretty well. All right, enough of that labeling stuff. Have a great day. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you tomorrow.